Here today on one of our properties in the Mojave Desert. I got this MGM target I'm setting up. This one works with 1/2-inch rebar and it's got 2 side pieces. I think that's a 12-inch target, a high density plastic hanger, and then the steel connector that's gonna ride on 2 1/2-inch rebars, and then we fork or triangle 2 pieces on each side. I'm setting this up at about 570 yards. You can see my truck down there. Beautiful valley here. It's really wonderful. I mean, it's a pain in the ass, a lot of work to get outdoors, but once you arrive, it's worth it. I'll be shooting at a slight up angle from that area, and I'm gonna set this up so 2 triangle pieces on each side. There's 2 holders, and then you span 2 across the center to hold this target up. So I'll show you how I do that. Well, one good thing about this is it's good for uneven ground because you can sort of adjust these rebars as you see fit. I've got kind of rock fields everywhere around here, so there was this softer area, but you see it's got like field mice or whatever, desert mice making little tunnels. But one other thing is I wasn't easily able to get this side of it to line up. Those should sit under here, and then this should fit in this groove, but I certainly don't want to have to walk back up here if this thing falls down. But it's pretty sturdy. Certainly when this thing starts swinging, sort of depends how you get these bars in here too, but that's pretty darn tootin'. They make a lot of great shit. They make a lot of great stuff, this company, MGM. I'll put a link to their website. You can check them out. I just bought this myself. They don't sponsor me or anything. It's just, I wanted a good rifle target that seemed to be somewhat sturdy. So we'll put a couple rounds on her. I'll show you that. All right, so I did some, made sure that my scope is zeroed. My scope was zeroed in Casa Grande, Arizona, so I had a little different density altitude. I find that it's also helpful to use a steel target if your zero is all screwy. Sometimes having the reaction from a steel target will help to get you from shooting too much on paper. So check my zero, and now you can see the target. It's actually 570 yards from where I'm at. A couple little tricks and tools. So I did pull out my chronograph. I have a video on that. It's just the Pro Chrono. They're about $100. It's helpful to figure out the velocity. This is the Caldwell brass catcher for reloaders. It's nice to have a little bag to hold the brass so we don't have to hunt it down. One thing is I find that it can interfere with my scope turret, so I kind of have to set it to a point where it won't be touching the scope turret. Brass catcher, I'll put a link to it in the description if you're looking for one. This has a zipper underneath. It comes in handy when I don't want to be a super goblin hunting down all the brass. Something else, this is a American-made tactical Taylor and RITE in the Rain little dope book, and it's got keeping track of how many rounds, and then also just data, different shooting days and adjustments made and what happened on what such and such day. See RITE in the Rain, all weather writing paper and booklet, made in America. And the other cool thing about this is it has a little cheat sheet. It's got conversions and estimations, so you're gauging all that. Also, this has got pen holders, and you can see they're made in America. Nice little desert tan. I'll put a link to this in the description, both of these. So I'm gonna see if I can get some lead. I'm shooting some hand loads. I did another video on these. These are 308, 168 grain Sierra tipped Match King, Starline brass, and see if I can't drop anything on that 570 yard target. Little light breeze coming in. So let's see if I can hit the target. Hit. For those of you interested, I'm going to do a slow motion here in the next part, and you can actually see the bullet pass through the frame.